What is happening in the world right now? The news cycle is absolutely electric, and here at the Beyonce Beat, we're bringing you the updates you need to know, faster than anyone else. From culinary titans to Hollywood heavyweights and unexpected career shifts, we've got the inside scoop. Get ready to dive deep into the stories that are making waves and shaping the conversation. You won't want to miss a single second of this. Let's get into it. First up, a beloved chef opens up about the near-death experience of his iconic restaurant, shares a hilarious anecdote about a Hollywood A-lister, and even weighs in on a major sports rivalry. This is a look behind the curtain you have to see to believe. Then, we're diving into the world of music and comedy, where a legendary performer addresses a controversial moment that had everyone talking, hinting at real-world inspirations that hit a little too close to home. What does this mean for the artists involved, and what's the real story behind those powerful lyrics? We've got the details. But wait, there's more. We're shifting gears to the intersection of sports and cinema, where a towering figure from the basketball court is making serious moves in Hollywood, dreaming of action-packed roles, and even finding a new passion off the court. Could he be the next big action hero? And finally, a surprising revelation from a popular actor surfaces about how a massive film franchise almost had a completely different and very unexpected producer. We're talking about the behind-the-scenes drama that could have rewritten cinematic history. Stick around, because you do not want to miss these updates. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Philly food icon opens up about near closure and celebrity encounters. This acclaimed chef reveals the struggles behind his famous restaurant and his thoughts on a major sports debate. Michael Solomonov, the celebrated chef and restaurateur behind Zahav, recently sat down for an in-depth conversation, sharing candid details about the precarious early days of his renowned Philadelphia establishment. In a candid discussion held live from his Jaffa bar in Fishtown, Solomonov didn't shy away from discussing the significant challenges that nearly led to Zahav's closure. He detailed the immense pressure and uncertainty that comes with building a world-class restaurant from the ground up, a journey that tested his resilience and dedication to his craft. Beyond the kitchen, Solomonov also touched upon his personal journey, including his past struggles with crack addiction, a battle he fought while simultaneously striving to create one of the best restaurants globally. This openness about his past vulnerabilities humanizes the culinary star, offering a powerful narrative of recovery and triumph. The conversation also delved into the current state of the Philadelphia food scene, with Solomonov offering his unique perspective on its evolution and his interactions with critics, admitting that their opinions still manage to provoke him. A particularly engaging segment of the interview involved Solomonov demonstrating how to prepare his signature, Zahav hummus, a culinary masterclass that left the interviewer and viewers alike eager to replicate the famed dish. While the interview was filled with insightful culinary tips and personal anecdotes, Solomonov also addressed the looming presence of the Michelin Star Guide in Philadelphia, sharing his thoughts on whether it impacts his approach to cooking and restaurant management. Despite the serious topics discussed, the atmosphere of the interview was notably relaxed and engaging. The interviewer, admitting to a limited prior experience with chefs beyond televised cooking competitions and popular dramas, found Solomonov to be surprisingly down-to-earth, describing the conversation as a genuine, shoot-the-shit session. This unexpected rapport even led to Solomonov interviewing his host, a dynamic shift that the interviewer found far more enjoyable than a typical cue. And the entire experience was so positive that a video of Solomonov demonstrating his hummus recipe is slated for release on YouTube in the coming weeks, promising a visual treat for food enthusiasts. Now, hold on to your hats, because the culinary world isn't the only place buzzing with major celebrity news. Next, we're tuning into the music scene, where a comedy icon is addressing a performance that sparked serious conversation. Adam Sandler addresses anti-Semitic, musician lyric amidst SNL 50 buzz. The comedy legend clarifies a pointed lyric from his SNL 50 performance, hinting at real-world inspirations. Adam Sandler, fresh off his memorable appearance at the SNL 50 celebration, has finally addressed the much-discussed lyric from his musical sketch that seemed to allude to musicians with anti-Semitic views. During his performance, Sandler sang the line, "50 years of finding out your favorite musician is anti-Semitic," a statement that resonated deeply with audiences, prompting widespread speculation about its real-world parallels. In a recent interview with Vulture, Sandler was asked directly if he had a specific musician in mind when crafting that particular lyric. His response was characteristically diplomatic, stating, "Well, whoever wants to grab that one, it's up to them." He further elaborated, adding a poignant, "I can't say a specific because sadly there's been a few." This candid admission comes several months after the SNL 50 anniversary special, where Sandler's self-penned musical number paid homage to 5 decades of the iconic sketch comedy show. The performance, which included nods to legendary cast members and the show's enduring legacy, also featured his signature comedic style. While Sandler is undeniably correct that several prominent figures in the music industry have unfortunately made anti-Semitic remarks, one name immediately sprang to many minds: Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. Ye's documented history of espousing anti-Jewish hate speech and expressing support for Nazi ideology was so pronounced that he himself appeared to acknowledge Sandler's lyric. Shortly after the SNL 50 broadcast, Ye posted on X, formerly Twitter, "Adam Sandler, thank you for the love." He later added, "After further reflection, I've come to the realization that I'm not a Nazi," a statement that further fueled the connection. Sandler's performance was a standout moment in the SNL 50 festivities, which saw a star-studded lineup of alumni and musicians like Lady Gaga, Bad Bunny, and Cher participating. Sandler's segment, however, offered a unique blend of nostalgia and humor, which he reflected on in his Vulture interview. He described the experience as amazing luck, noting the serendipitous timing of his song within the show's structure. "When we were on stage, it was the most surreal feeling to look out and see who was there and feeling that energy," he shared. Sandler emphasized the unifying power of the audience's shared experience, stating, "The coolest thing about that audience was everybody had the same feeling as you. That show meant something to their life no matter what. It just brought back so many feelings, so it was easy to come up with ideas and thoughts and jokes and stuff that you knew everybody would click with." From the stage to the silver screen, the entertainment world is full of surprising transitions. Now, let's talk about a different kind of star making waves in Hollywood, one who's tall in stature and big on ambition. From NBA courts to Hollywood sets, Boban Marjanovic's acting ambitions. The 7'4" former NBA star is carving out a new career in acting, inspired by action heroes and aiming for the big screen. Boban Marjanović, the towering Serbian former NBA player, is setting his sights on a new career path in Hollywood, aiming to become the next big action hero. Fresh off his role in Happy Gilmore 2 alongside Adam Sandler, Marjanović has expressed a strong desire to follow in the footsteps of stars like Ryan Reynolds, particularly his portrayal of Deadpool. Action always, because everybody wants to be like tough guy acting, fighting everybody, Marjanović shared in a recent interview with the Associated Press. "But you know how Deadpool is, I want to be something like that, but in my way." Acting has become Marjanovic's second passion, closely following his love for basketball. He approaches every acting opportunity with an open mind and a willingness to learn, emphasizing his lack of ego in the process. "I don't have ego about acting because I'm still learning for every single moment, every single actor, every single producer, every friend who I have in acting," he explained. "I learn every moment, every time, every day, and for me everything is new. Whatever you tell me, I'd be like, hey, no, I'll try to do it." Marjanovic's foray into acting began during his tenure with the Los Angeles Clippers from 2018-2019. His imposing physical presence and on-court performance caught the attention of producers who saw his potential for a role in John Wick, Chapter 3. The concept involved a memorable fight scene pitting the 7'4" Marjanović against the 6'1" Keanu Reeves, a scene envisioned to echo the iconic fight between NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and martial arts superstar Bruce Lee in Game of Death. It was their idea to make similar fight like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bruce Lee with all big feet, all big moves and everything, Marjanović recalled. And to be something to remember for basically the rest of the life, because everybody knows that fight. And now when people talk about me, people remember about that fight about John Wick and me. The positive reception to his performance in John Wick, Chapter 3, significantly boosted Marjanović's confidence as an actor. He shared that hearing praise from producers about his work was incredibly validating. "When I hear that it was amazing," he said, "I was like, yeah, I love the camera, this can be a real life." From that time, I started to really enjoy being there. Before that, I was a little bit like, I can't, I'm shy, whatever, but right now I don't have a problem with that. Since then, he has appeared in various commercials and films, including Hustle with Adam Sandler and Self-Reliance, before reuniting with Sandler for Happy Gilmore 2. He is currently working on the television series Robin Hood, a role he finds as demanding as playing professional basketball. Beyond acting, Marjanović has also discovered a passion for DJing, inspired by fellow NBA star Shaquille O'Neal's DJ Diesel persona. However, he prefers to keep it simple, going by just Boban. He has performed at events like the Berlin Love Parade and released his debut single, I Just Wanna, with plans for more music and festival appearances. This is the passion when you feel the rhythm, feel the music. When people who I play music for, if they're happy, I'm happy too, he stated. Because it's not about me, it's about everybody else. Marjanović is also a family man, married to Milica with 2 sons, Vuk and Petr. While his sons play basketball, he emphasizes that their happiness and pursuit of their own dreams are paramount. Despite his diverse career pursuits, Marjanović remains committed to basketball, training daily and expressing a desire to return to the NBA. From one unexpected career path to another, the world of entertainment is full of surprising twists. And speaking of unexpected turns, a major film franchise might have looked vastly different if one comedy legend had been at the helm. Adam Sandler's Happy Madison nearly produced Twilight Saga, actor reveals. A star from the blockbuster vampire series shares a surprising detail about a near deal involving Adam Sandler's production company. Jackson Rathbone, widely recognized for his role as Jasper Hale in the immensely popular Twilight franchise, has unveiled a fascinating piece of behind-the-scenes trivia. Adam Sandler's production company, Happy Madison Productions, was once in possession of the rights to adapt Stephenie Meyer's best-selling book series. Before Summit Entertainment ultimately brought the saga to the big screen in 5 blockbuster films between 2008 and 2012, the film rights were a hot commodity, passed around various studios. Rathbone shared this revelation during a panel at Fan Expo in Canada, explaining how the intellectual property changed hands. This IP, the book was passed around. Paramount passed on it. Big studios passed on it, Rathbone recounted. I heard the story and this is true. Adam Sandler's company, Happy Madison, actually bought the rights to it and owned it for a hot minute until they realized they couldn't figure it out either. Rathbone humorously speculated about the potential impact of Happy Madison's involvement, quipping, "Was Adam Sandler gonna play Edward?" This hypothetical scenario highlights the vastly different creative direction the franchise might have taken under Sandler's comedic influence. Beyond this surprising revelation, Rathbone also expressed his enthusiasm for potentially revisiting his character, Jasper. With the release of Meyer's companion novel, Midnight Sun, in 2020, which retells the original Twilight story from Edward Cullen's perspective, Rathbone believes there's a compelling case for a sequel centered on Jasper. I actually would really love to see Jasper's story be told, he said, adding that modern technology could allow for de-aging him to portray the character's past. It'd be sweet, but I'm also open to passing the torch. Rathbone elaborated on the narrative potential of Jasper's backstory, noting his character's origins as a Confederate soldier before his transformation into a vampire. He sees this violent past as fertile ground for a powerful redemption arc, an aspect that was not fully explored in the film series. It's a story, to me, about redemption. It's a story, to me, about forgiveness. And it's a story, to me, about learning to love yourself through the eyes of others, and it's a beautiful experience, Rathbone explained. He also suggested that not every detail of Jasper's history needs to be explicitly shown on screen, advocating for the power of audience imagination. We don't have to see everything on screen. I think we have to allow ourselves to have imagination. Allow ourselves to see that a character can have a past that maybe we don't know verbatim, or that there is a possibility of redemption, he added. And that's a wrap on our deep dives for today. But before you go, let's quickly recap the biggest stories that made headlines. Chef Michael Solomonov on Zahav's near closure and cooking for Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler addresses his viral, anti-Semitic musician lyric from SNL 50. Boban Marjanović is chasing Hollywood action stardom after NBA success. And Twilight almost had Adam Sandler as a producer. We've got all the updates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content, and join the conversation in the comments below.